Yeah, so. But I'll edit it out. It's only like a little bit of traffic and shit out here, but it's not a big deal.
Outside?
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Oh, no.
We'll take care of that, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's not bad. So for my millions and billions of fans, who is my special guest this evening?
Oh, you want me to say it?
Yeah, you.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I started up.
No, you good. My name PapaJ.Ruiz.
PapaJ.Ruiz.
Yeah.
Now, first question is, why PapaJ.Ruiz? Why is that your name?
My first, well, the best way I could describe it, like PapaJ.Ruiz. All right. So Ruiz definitely, it came into play for my name later in my career, but that just symbolizes like my roots. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my real last name. That's my pop's last name. All my grandparents, all that. So it just, symbolizes my roots.
Okay.
The PapaJ was more so, to be honest with you, it was various things like. My whole life, being a Latino kid with a Latino mom in the household, like they always address the young boys in the family like papi or papa or that. So it's just kind of stuck with me all the time. I was always being called that. And then when I was in like 5th grade, one of my like little homies, we started rapping and shit together. And his name was Short E, like with an E for the East side. And then my name was Papa. He gave me Papa J. You know what I'm saying? So he just threw the J on there for my real name. You know what I'm saying? My first name.
Okay, now was there any other names before you decided to be PapaJ.Ruiz? Did you have like any other, when you were younger, you got different nicknames and different rap names. But it could just be one, but did you have any other ones that you remember?
I think I had a few, but like one that really sticks out to me would say I think it was Lil Crib. It was like during the Lil era, so like the Lil Bow Wow, Lil Romeo, seeing all that. I had called myself like Lil Crib, like as in crib, like the house. You know what I'm saying? Because I was always at the crib and all that shit. So
yeah, Lil Crib.
Yeah, but that's it.
Yeah, and then
other than that, other than that, I didn't take it. Like it was just a little nickname. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. So I like to try to go backwards before we start talking about the current music and stuff like that. And for the people out there, where are you from?
Well, I was born in Los Angeles County in California, and then specifically, I believe it was either Glendale or North Hollywood, somewhere around there. I got to look at the birth certificate. Yeah. But it was Los Angeles County, and then I came out here to Colorado, I want to say like when I was like 4 or 3, somewhere around there. And I grew up out here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I grew up out here. I never grew up like in Denver. I mean, when we first came out here, we were in Park Hill for like probably a month because the person that my dad was connected to, he lived in that neighborhood, and we were staying with them for a month in the basement. Yeah. But then my pops got us up out of there, and ever since then, we was always in Aurora. So apartments all over Aurora. So
yeah.
I said Aurora.
So for people who aren't from here, Aurora is like the east side of Denver. What can you tell people about Aurora?
Aurora,
the good, the bad.
Yeah. Aurora's dope. It's special to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't say it's like the most like extravagant city, but like to me it's special because everywhere I go, I got a memory. You know what I'm saying? And it made me all over. So I would say it's like. How could I explain it? It's like it's very active, and it's very like you're gonna have a lot of 4 corner streets, like intersections that are real busy. Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. You're gonna have like Mississippi and Chambers, Mississippi and Sable. You're gonna have like I live in Buckley. That's where I'm from. Then I live in Buckley, and that's my area. So then you have like other places like Tower Hampton. Then you got the whole Aurora Mall. Then you go like all Havana is active, like all Aurora, and then Colfax is a whole different story. It's like you feel like a whole different world because that goes from the east side of Aurora all the way. It goes further,
like
but
the
like
country for real.
Yeah, exactly. Like but like it covers the whole city, Aurora, Denver, all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for people who aren't from here or living out here, Aurora is like a big main street in Aurora. Colfax is a main street out here, and different sides of it look different.
Right, right.
Over here where I'm at in Sloan's Lake, this is a little kind of like family neighborhood or whatever, and so it's a little more like uppity. But if you keep going east, it just starts getting look a little bit different. The food starts getting a little better though.
Right.
And then you start seeing more like liquor stores, gun shops and shit. And you're like, oh, okay, I see what's going on.
Yeah. I would say like yeah, Koufax crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
all the motels.
Yeah, it's a lot of motels.
About, so.
Yeah, exactly. Like back in the day, like I used to I would say like maybe like 8-9 years ago when right after I started my career, like really taking it like more professional.
Yeah.
I used to take my lady to work, which before she was my wife, I used to take her to work. She worked like at 4:30 in the morning at like a hotel, like the Hyatt Regency. You know what I'm saying? So a nice hotel where it would be like doing the breakfast and stuff. But I would drive her, drop her off, and then I'd take Koufax all the way up to Aurora.
Yeah.
It'd be like 5 in the morning. You'd be seeing all the hood rats out there.
Shit,
all the prostitutes and guys out there be active still. I'd be like, damn, like there's always something that popped in my head. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Early, bro.
Yeah, early. But they out there.
I think Colorado and Denver doesn't really get that kind of look. I think people are very misunderstood. They see, what you see on movies, like we're in Colorado, so we're skiing. They see the ski resorts, they see postcards, and they assume it's all like it's just all a bunch of snow and mountains and shit out here. Right. And people are like, oh, it's got to be so cold out there. And I'm like, not really, dog. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, it's actually really nice weather-wise and stuff. I
was going to say, growing up, being that I had all my family in L.A. and I moved out here, every time they ask us, what's Colorado like, you could tell that they picture just like tumbleweeds and fields and farms. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Mountains and cows.
Yeah, so they were surprised, like, how when I would come back to the city, it'd be like, like he's like a normal Cali kid. Like he's hip to what's going on. It's not like he's a country boy now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so all confused.
They thought it was more country out here, but it's not. When you come out here, you obviously know that it's a growing city. You know what I'm saying? Very growing. It's getting bigger by the day.
It is. There's always a new apartment building coming up and shit like that. So can you tell me a little bit about don't say anything you don't want to say, but about growing up in Aurora a little bit, some of the good times, maybe some of the bad times. Did you play sports? Were you just straight in? Were you bad? Were you bad kid? Were you good kid?
Nah.
What was going on? What did you like to do when you were coming up with your buddies?
Like, just
smoke weed?
Yeah, definitely. Specifically, like, because I remember my life from when I was a kid, bro. Like since I was like 2, so I remember like early LA days when I was with my mom and dad and my brother.
Yeah,
what it was like out there, and pictures help me remember that shit more. You know what I'm saying? But out here growing up, like I would say, like all my elementary school years, like, you know what I'm saying, it was like cake. It was like a childhood, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying, I'm into wrestling. I'm into roller skating. I'm into like hockey, you know what I'm saying? I played hockey as a kid. My mom put me in hockey.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying? I play soccer because I'm a Latino. That's just natural. And then fucking I say like that, like 5th grade is when I got inspired by hip hop. And I had to say it was like Eminem, but like I always tell everybody, like, it's not like hip hop was foreign to me, because being a Latino in America, we're absorbing all of American culture as we're growing as a family. You know what I'm saying? So like the same way, like when my parents came to America in the 80s, and Michael Jackson, Prince, Whitney Houston is just a natural sound on the radio or the MTV for them, and they just hip to it.
Yes.
For me, that's what Tupac and Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre was. Especially being from Cali, that's just natural. It's gonna be my brother playing it, or it's on the radio, or it's on TV. So it was natural. But 5th grade, when I heard like Eminem, that's when I was like more curious about like, what is this art form, like all the things you could do, because he wasn't your regular like rapper at that time. So
not at all.
So I would say that like growing up, got into that shit like around 5th grade, and then when I was into 6th grade, that's when shit changed because like my mom and dad moved
Mm-hmm.
to the other side of Buckley, next to Iliff and Buckley, and then I went to like Morache Middle School, and that's where I learned everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a school. It was like a melting pot school. Had kids that came from like Montbello, from Denver, all of Aurora. So it wasn't like, you know, like it wasn't cakewalk. It was like a lot of different kids with different backgrounds, Latinos, black kids, everything. Yeah, all that. And that's what, like, at my middle school, that's where I learned, like, you know, gangs. I learned hustling. I learned basketball. I learned rapping. I learned how to fight. You know what I'm saying? It was just like a Thunderdome of like growing up, you know, like for real.
Yeah.
And like that's
especially
where
young boys, man, just kind of wrestling a lot, you know.
Facts. And like my first one of my first best friends, he passed away, but like he was the one that showed me more so, like, because he didn't have like a regular background. Like, he grew up with his pops in prison. You know, he grew up around like Crips and stuff, and his mom, but he was like very like he was different. He was cool. He was like he put me on to a lot of different things. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, having friends of different backgrounds like really helped me see world differently at an early age.
Opened your eyes a little bit. And then you got Eminem talking about putting chicks in trunks.
Right.
Wait, this world is a little different than I thought. Now I'm getting older, man.
Yeah. It's not just Batman and Ninja Turtles. You know what I'm saying? For real.
So, so we're going through that, starting to grow up, starting to see the world for what it is.
Right.
Music's getting crazier. The internet is starting to come up and become more accessible to people, which is helping us with music. Closer to when you're about to be an adult, 17, 18 years old, were you
high school?
Were you doing okay in school? Were you messing up a little bit, or were you just handling your business? And
nah.
Were you rapping at that point too, right?
Oh yeah. I started rapping early. Like, started writing in my notebook at like 6th grade. I listened to other rappers, and I'd put my headphones on and listen to the rappers' patterns and how they rapped, and then I would just write my own rap to their same pattern. Then I would put like one headphone on, one headphone off, and I would like focus on the beat on one headphone and then rap it to the same pattern so it doesn't seem out of place. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's how
that's a cool way to learn.
Yeah. That's how I like really started on my own, because, you know, my parents wasn't into rap. My brother wasn't a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not like you just ask. It's not like going to get like piano lessons.
Exactly. Especially
like
at that era.
Rap lessons, you know.
Yeah, like in that era is different.
That's
so
cool,
like going back to what you were saying, what was the question exactly, so I can nail it?
Oh, well, I mean, it was pretty broad. That was answering some of it, but it was mostly of like where were you at
in school,
in your life?
High school.
Oh yeah, when you're about to get out of high school, and it's up to you at that point what you're gonna do. Like, where were you at in your musical venture, and just in general, like what kind of person were you then? Were you like you a little wild, or like? Because you seem like you're not like afraid of shit, but it seems like you might think before you do stuff. You know? We all have friends, you know, that crash out faster. I was just on the phone with my buddies especially from Lorain, Ohio. It's like middle of nowhere, like it's really poor, like no jobs, awesome people, but it's just not much opportunity there. It's like it's like the hood, but you're not in the city, so it's not like you can't just, you know, you could stay around here, but you can go to the city and find a job. You know what I mean? Like out there, you need a car. If you don't, you're fucked. You don't have the money to get a car, so you're fucked. You know, so And he had a temper, and he still does. Yeah. He was telling me how he's been sobering up and stuff, and so it just brought me back. I'm like, man, like, because I'm pretty calm compared to half of my friends. Right. And so I think about that, and I see that in you a little bit, but I could be wrong, man. That was also 10 years ago. You know what I mean? So you could have been doing whatever you're doing, but yeah. So I want to ask, do you have were you like crashing out? Were you calm? And like, what was that? Where were you at that stage of your life? I say I was like, I always been like the type to think. You know what I'm saying? Because I like, even with rapping, like, you gotta think to rap. At that point, it wasn't easy to rap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was always a thinker and stuff, and I was always creative and shit. But like, I mean, just like everybody else, like, the streets gonna influence you. Like my outside was right there versus like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always tell everybody, when I go outside, we don't have like Snoop Dogg's. We don't have
a Nas or a Jay-Z to be like, yo, you could do this.
Yeah.
You could rap. Or you could do something successful and be successful.
That's on my notes too.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that growing up. So like when I went outside, it was like really the homies was like, you know, you had your certain gang members, you had certain dudes that sold weed, you had you know, you had your regular high school shit, jocks and cheerleaders and all that, definitely. But you also had like, I was telling my wife the other day, like there's probably like a good 5 or 6 individuals that I went to school with that are doing life. Or doing 38 years, which is damn near life now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
much.
So it's like
over something that
right. I wouldn't say I was
seconds,
easy to crash out, but I was definitely influenced by certain things. So I was definitely hustling. Like by the end of my high school year, 17 and all that, I got expelled.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? So I got expelled out of school. I was hustling. I was selling weed in school. I got caught up doing some shit. Some dudes snitched on me. 2 dudes snitched on me. And got kicked out, and then I went to an expelled school off of Moline and Montview, and like the end part of Aurora, going into Denver. Okay. And then that was a different experience too, because I got to interact with kids from Denver. Yeah. And they was like a different kind of aggressive. You know what I'm saying? It was different. It's different. So it's like that's when I understood too that I knew how to move through a room. Yeah. Because, you know, I went through my whole high school years, my middle school years, and like, I had a couple fights here and there, who doesn't? But that's how we grew up, you know what I'm saying? Fighting. But man. At the least, like I never got into no shit that like was like gonna risk my life. Like I was always smart and I knew how or I never was quick to make an enemy. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't no crash dummy to like just start building enemies everywhere I go. What? Like that's never been my stilo. Yeah. So but I did get expelled for hustling, and then I went back to high school after a year, and I graduated, got my thing, but I went through night school. And so that was a different experience, being outside during the day, and then going to school like at 12, and getting out at 6 and still having the whole evening, and it's like a whole different. You start learning like kind of like being an adult in a sense. Yeah, because it's like I could go to work at 6:30.
It's kind of shift like that.
You know what I'm saying? Or I could go work in the morning and get off at 1 and go to school.
Yeah, so, man, they don't. I don't know how your schools were, but I feel like they don't teach us like the right shit a lot of the times, like how it's really gonna go. You know, teaching me all this stuff that's nice to. It's nice to know a lot of the history and like all these different kinds of different maths and sciences and stuff, but it's like, bro, I'm about to go work at a foundry. Like teaching me how to like balance my checkbook and how to save money and like that kind of shit, man. Like teaching me about investing, not teaching me about something happened in the fucking 1700s that's been rewritten 15 million times by some white dude. And just like, for what? Like for what?
Right. So, at that age, I definitely got a job and shit too. You know what I'm saying? Working at Subway. I was always working and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew I needed money and shit. My pops was an influence because he was like an entrepreneur. He got money on his own. Yeah. But working. Yeah, I didn't understand that, but I definitely learned early. Like, if I want to rap, I gotta like learn how to record myself, learn how to rap on a beat, learn how to put it on a CD, learn how to make a cover, learn how to go outside and talk to people,
touch the people.
Yeah, so it's different. Like I learned all that early. So
I like your strategy because when I still write songs and stuff too, and that's what I would do. I would what's a good example? Like the Game, right? Game was one of my favorite rappers when I was a kid. Yeah. Because he was just like beefing with everybody. And I was, you know, like you said, you weren't trying to make enemies. I kind of wasn't like that when I was younger. Like I didn't give a fuck. I'm like, I'm beefing with everybody, you know. Yeah. And I remember I'd walk to school and I listened to like 300 bars and running. It was like a 15-minute walk to school. It was like a 15-minute song. Yeah. So by the time I'm done with that song, I'm just like ready for shit, you know, when I get there. Yeah. But I would do the same thing. I'd listen to it and I'd write down every single lyric. And then I'd read it as the song's coming on. I'm like, oh, that's what it looks like. Like, this is what a hit song looks like. Yeah. It's not my song, but this is exactly how it looks like. Just like you said, how can I emulate this and then make this my own? And then, so that's really cool. I really like when people explain their old, current, and current like writing styles, right? Which puts me in the next question: a freestyler when you're in the booth, or do you have to write your songs, or do you do a little both?
Nah, both. I say I do both. Like, it's easier to do both now, but like I would say like from when I started writing, which would be like 9, even before I started writing songs, I used to like write stories and write like little mini movies and my like scripts and stuff to myself. And like my mom and pops already knew I was like always writing as a kid, but like rap helped me channel my writing and do all that. And I'd say like what's the best thing I could say? Like I would say like I wrote from 9-10 years old to what am I, like probably like 25, 26. Like I just was always writing. Everything was writing. You know what I'm saying? And then like 26 came, that's when I started experimenting with like freestyling in the studio, because like it was easy at that time. It was the beginning era of like being able to punch in and just you know, that Lil Wayne cadence where he taught people through visuals. Like he'd lay 4 bars, come back, think about it, and then lay 4 more bars. So people started doing that a lot, and that's where I got influenced. Where I was like, let me try different things. Yeah. So just in case,
when someone runs up on you they need a verse right then. You're
exactly.
Like, oh, fuck,
it's just to me, and that's the other thing. That was a whole different monster. Like learning how to do that. Like you can freestyle a song, but it got to be good. So at that point, it's like I learned like working with other people that are just like professional and good in the studio. Like you got to be able to write something. You got to be able to like just write. You know what I'm saying? Because you could freestyle some stuff, but at the same time, it's like if you're considered a writer, like you know,
they're
what I'm
gonna
saying?
expect exactly to be some kind of quality,
right? You're very potent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. So on top of that. When Papa J is in the studio, says you record yourself and you go to studios too?
No, I just go to studios now at this point. Yeah.
It's a little easier. A lot of time, you know. This shit, like I can record on this shit, but I gotta set it up. I gotta be like, go back, go up, go back, go up, time myself. It's a little different, you know.
Don't get me wrong.
No outside help either, you know.
Right. Don't get me wrong. I would like to like get back into like mixing my shit and doing all that because it's like way more hands on. But at the same time, like. There was a point in my life where I was like mixing my shit, making my beats, rapping. But the minute I stopped mixing my shit and stopped making my beats, like my raps was like
you could focus more on the raps.
Not only let me focus more, but it let people focus on my shit.
Yeah.
And be like, yo, he's a lyricist. He's hard for the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? He got lyrics. He's a writer. Yeah. So yeah.
So when you're in a studio, what does the vibe need to be? Because it's different. People, sometimes I go to the studio, there's a million niggas in there,
right?
A whole bunch of people they don't even know in there. I'm just, for me, like, I don't like that. Like, I like it to just be me, maybe a couple of my friends that they're just with me, and then the engineer, and that's it. I don't want a whole bunch of people I don't know just sitting on the couch looking at their phone, but you know they're listening to everything you're saying. And right. Nah, I don't like that shit. But what do you think? What is your vibe? Like, do you like? Do you like the studio with the couch and all that, or like what do you like? What like helps you, you know, bring the best out of you?
I'll be real with you, bro. Like I've been there. All that you said, I experienced all of it. So I remember learning. All right, so for example, I remember my father buying me my first piece of equipment. Yeah. But he didn't understand programs because my pops wasn't no program kind of guy. Yeah. So
they're from Colombia, right?
Right, exactly.
He's from Colombia. He's not
exactly
mixing music out there, bro.
He's not on the computer. So he got us a family computer, a desktop. Yeah. But he was never on the computer. Yeah. It wasn't for him. He didn't get money like that. Here you go. Yeah. So he got me like my first piece of equipment, which meaning like a microphone, a stand, a pop filter, and he bought me like a MIDI controller. But
oh man, I wonder what that. And this was a while ago, right? So
I
wonder what that mic was, bro.
Yeah, I don't even remember. I think I got it. I think I got it in their basement.
Oh, but, that's cool, bro.
I would say like I started learning that. What was the question?
Fucking around with the DAW. Oh, I was just asking like how you like the studio vibe to be for you to like, you know.
So I was in that kind of realm, learning a lot of my music and just focus on myself. And while growing in my career, I would have like a couple friends come from school. They started rapping with me, so it was like my first learning experience of like interacting and being creative with other people and letting them take the mic, learning. And because at that point in my life, they were better rappers than me. So I was like, I learned fast not to be intimidated, and I learned fast to like get better.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's a sport, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's
not
like
always going to be the best,
right.
But you could always be great.
Exactly, and so I was doing that, and then it was all like all my high school years was always like in the house studio shit like that with friends, and then I say maybe like 21, like because I had left California, I had left Colorado at like 21, and went to California for a whole year, or maybe less than a year, and
was you like over the summer type shit?
Nah, I'd say like. It was like I moved out there. I drove my car out there.
Oh, I got you. I
stayed with my cousin. I was couch surfing, going to my aunt's crib. So I was trying to like do my music shit, but like I understood I needed a job, and it's like it wasn't my land, so I didn't know how to like get money how I wanted to, unless it was like illegal. It's easy to get money illegal in that city. Exactly, but.
It feels like there's too many rules out there.
Yeah, like out here, I can maneuver. I know where to go. I know how to hustle. I know how to do my thing.
And you got friends, family, and shit. I know your family in LA too, but
yeah. But so I was doing that out in LA, and I started working with other cats out there and just doing my own thing. And then I moved back here. When I moved back here, one of my friends, he was into rap too. And he came across a studio, and it was the KMG studio back in the day. It was like off it was by the Shane Company off Arapahoe Road.
There you go.
And he had went there to go have a meeting and then book a session. Mm-hmm. And that was the first time I got into a real studio. And I seen like, I understood now what an engineer was.
Yeah.
And I seen somebody be able to work the equipment in front of me, not me trying to figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Trial and error.
Yeah, and so I started, after my boy did that, I got their number, and I was like, yo, bro, I'm about to start booking my shit, because I'm really trying to rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is it right here.
Yeah, so I started going up there, and I started doing that. So I had the nights of having homies come through, and they bring in a bunch of homies that I don't know. And I'm meeting them for the first time, but it was more so like a party vibe. Okay. Like I'll be doing music and shit, and like when niggas will pop up like or like something, that's when I knew like, all right, my lyrics is
or they give you like
more.
a look.
Do this more.
Like, oh wait,
like,
this is actually kind of
or
good.
The vibe, like we'll go outside. I'll be done with a song and we'll go outside and smoke or drink.
Talk about it.
Yeah, and they'll always be like, that shit hard. So it was like motivation.
Yeah,
so,
man, feels good.
Party vibe, but at this point in my life. It's definitely I'm going to the studio, whether I'm going with a homie or whether I'm going by myself. Like I know what I need to do. This my field. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
do you have like one place you like to go out here?
I go everywhere.
Was Vibe, right? Vibe's one.
I like going to my homie Jack shit. His shit is Dream Space. And then,
Dream Space.
Yeah. I like going to my homie shit, and then I like going to KMG. And
KMG, Dream Space. These are Papa J approved. You heard of her.
Yeah.
These are good stuff. You want to get your sound nice and crispy and stuff.
Definitely. Then other studios whenever time comes, like like when I do features or when I do stuff, that's when I like take the opportunity to explore the studios. What's around. You
That's
know
very smart. It's very smart. So, would you consider yourself a conscious rapper?
I mean, partially conscious, easily ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a thin line. It's a wobbler. You know what I'm saying? It's a wobbler.
A wobbler.
Yeah.
So we have been putting out music for 10 plus years, correct?
Right.
We did your wrap up this
Probably
year for 155. 100,000 streams, 22K listeners.
Yes, sir.
132 countries. But what was interesting about those stats, and what I want to ask you about, is that it gives you and I'm pretty sure people know, but the wrapped up, it gives you all these stats, and then it gives you top 5 countries. I listened to you, and then 4 of them were like I would expect it. It was like Mexico, Canada, United States, places where they're gonna fuck with hip hop a lot and that sort of stuff. Right. But then the second one, the number 2 was Germany.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
so what is that? How does that make you feel when you finally get the stats back and it's like top 5 of people who listen to your music, number 2 is Germany. What does that feel like?
Like at this point in my career, it's like it's a blessing to me because it lets me know that I'm still in tune with those fans. Like when I first started my career, and I started seeing like through the YouTube and like social media, like I had a lot of fans that were like from overseas because they fans of like lyrics. They fans of hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
They actually like
they
hip-hop,
like that
hip-hop,
shit. Yeah, for real. And
they like that smoke it, spark it.
Exactly. And what people don't really know is like, you know, I did like a mini tour back in the day in Europe. So I went to Germany, Sweden, Switzerland, France, Iceland, and one other place, bro. Poland, yeah. And I met a lot of people, and I just seen that they love hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And
some other people don't even know what you're saying, and they love that shit.
Exactly,
They're like, it's cool.
100%. And so like when I see it now, I appreciate it because it lets me know that they still in tune with my stuff.
Yeah,
like it's still hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking Germany, bro.
Right. Yeah, I can't wait to go back, bro. I always think of things like that.
Like, use your imagination. You have a good imagination.
Right.
Think of some German kids that's on the German block. Listen to Papa J, man.
Yeah,
eat whatever Germans eat. I don't know. Like,
that's crazy. I ain't never like looked at it that deep. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hanging out, put that Papa J on. I wish I could do a German accent and make it funnier, but I can't. I only want to try that shit. So that makes you feel good. You see that stuff, helps you stay motivated. Now I'm from not here, right? I'm not from here.
Right.
So what I've seen, in my opinion, it seems like, and we were talking about this off mic, that the hip hop rap scene here is small, not weak, but small. And unfortunately, just like everywhere else, it seems like people are, what's the word? Like, I don't want to say sore losers, but not like, it's like when you're a sore winner or a sore loser, like not being able to compete in, like they don't understand like friendly competition, right? It's not always about destroying your opponent. This isn't a battle rap, dog. Like I'm just like, we're all trying to do something. There's enough money for all of us. So it seems like that. It seems unfortunately segregated for how small it is. And what I've noticed is it seems like there's Denver, there's Aurora, which they call ACO, right?
Yeah,
is it part of Aurora they call ACO?
Yeah.
Or is it like...
Nah, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I would just say like Aurora, ACO, or like the A. Different nicknames, but like ACO is definitely like one of the main
nicknames.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't say that wrong.
No.
So Denver, ACO, and then the Springs. It seems like those are like the three big ones, and then there's stuff in between, small cities and whatever, and stuff like that. But it seems like that's like the triangle of like where the rappers come from, right?
True. Very true.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
And it seems like the Springs rappers are the ones that don't get fucked with the most. Denver and Aurora kind of fuck with each other. There's definitely some competition there, but I've definitely seen features and stuff a lot more. But it seems like the Springs is a little like the black sheep in a way. Am I making that up?
No, I think so. I mean, I can't really speak for the Springs because I never grew up there. I've never really been out there, only maybe a few times.
Yeah. Well,
but what I could say is like, from being a Colorado person, they don't get mentioned as much. But maybe it just has to do with the distance. Yeah. Because Aurora and Denver are neighbors. Like, for real.
Right there.
It's literally neighbors. But the Springs is a little way away. But, like, I mean, to be honest, there's been a lot of artists that came out the Springs doing big numbers. So,
yeah, man.
I mean, they have an identity, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think they have great artists down there. I was wondering, because my girl's really into music and she's from the Springs. And I was like, I was wondering, where did you get it from? Did you just go look? Or is it part of your culture and stuff like that?
Right.
And so... it makes sense. It really makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you think when you let out your last single we were talking about, it's Let the Sky Melt, right? That's the last one?
Yeah, that's the first single off the album. I just dropped it.
And then, what's the album called?
The album's called SouthEastRuiiiz.
So, why the name for that album? I could guess, but you know.
Yeah, like the area that I grew up in was the southeast side of Aurora.
Yeah.
Olive and Buckley, all that area. You know, I mean, there's more streets on that side of southeast, but like that's my side. And you know, I just say Ruiz because that's my name. So it's just a play on words, and it's like it's a mini window for people to like look into like my life, because like the cover, I ain't dropped the cover yet, but like the cover is it's just me as a kid, you know what I'm saying? In middle school. I think I was like 7th or 8th grade, but it was like everybody in the picture is from a certain kind of background, and some is throwing up certain gang signs, and some is just, it's all of us, like a lot of us, it's like a certain era. A lot of us have like basketball jerseys, and it's like I have
do-rags hanging out the pocket.
I have like the arm, the sweat arm,
armbands,
all that, and it's like, but it represents me because like in that picture, like I wasn't throwing up nothing. I was just standing there, and I got my chain and I got my shit. So it just symbolizes I've always been like outhEastRuiiiz. Like I've been always this kind of person. You know what I'm saying?
And you said you need blue bands and green weed.
Yeah.
So what does that mean when the let the sky melt on me? Right?
Like it's just metaphors. Like
what does that mean?
As a lyricist, it's just metaphors. Like, you know what I'm saying, let the sky melt upon me. It's like, you know what I'm saying, we all want to get to the top. You know what I'm saying? And being at the top, it symbolizes the sky. Like, that's how I look at it. So it's like once you at the top, everything, you get everything, all this shit. So it's like a metaphor for like, let the sky melt upon me. I want blue bands and green weed. It's like, it's simple. You know what I'm saying? You want the money and shit. When you a weed head, you want the weed. You know what I'm saying? But it also could be considered as a hustler anthem. Like, you know what I'm saying? We want, we pushing the weed, and you know what I'm saying, we getting the money. It's just, as a lyricist, I come from different angles with everything. You know what I'm saying? So
what do you think the Colorado rap scene needs to Colorado hip hop scene needs to grow? What are some things that maybe you'd like to see, or maybe just some ideas you have, just like spitballing?
I would say just like a lot of more collaborations. And what I mean by that is not just like collaborating with individuals that sound just like you. It's like collaborate with different people. You know what I'm saying? And different people that make different music. And then also I would say just money. You got to get your money up. You got to, because like there's people out there doing it not as big as me, and then people doing it out here bigger than me. Yeah. And it just comes down to like money. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got the money to market your shit, promote your shit, do all that shit. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, also whatever it is you want to do. Like, I feel like another thing is, like, people that got ties into the industry or things like that got to be more, like, fucking with the city. In the sense of, like, fucking with artists from out the city. Not just because, like, a DJ could connect y'all, or just because y'all grew up in the same hood or something. Like, you got to be an artist that fuck with everybody. You know what I'm saying? And once, I just think it trickles down. You know what I'm saying? Because like, it shouldn't be like the streets and the industry. It should be like the streets have the ability to touch and interact with someone from the industry. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think once you get to do that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, things will get bigger.
Yeah. So they have a responsibility to help the rest of the city out, right?
I mean, like,
I know you.
I can't say they're not entitled, because no one's entitled to help you in this world. You know what I'm saying? You got to stand on your own. But however, I think it's Uncle Ben told Peter Parker. You know what I'm saying? Like, great whatever comes with great responsibility.
Before the bad happened.
Like
great power, great responsibility.
Exactly. Like, I think like once you have certain power, you got a responsibility to hold people down. Like,
at least try.
Be a role model. At least that. Like, be a good role. I know everybody be like, I'm not a role model, but I mean, at some point you gotta understand like your influence. Yeah. And you gotta be like, yeah, I am a role model. Do I want to be? No. Yeah. Because I'm gonna fuck up. Yeah. But
or at least say that. Be like, hey man, like this is some songs. Please, like, relax. Just have fun with it. Like, don't go out there doing nothing crazy. Exactly. But still listen to my music, please. Right. That's a good. Okay. Yeah. So more sticking together, a sense of purpose, and responsibility for the rest of the culture and community. How do you feel about the state of hip hop currently? Hip hop and rap in 2023 now.
Just in general, like just
like, you know,
in general.
Yeah, like as far as like music coming out now, the way people are punching in, new ways of marketing. You know, people don't really want to go on the radio and freestyle anymore. They call things a freestyle, but it's just a written thing to someone else's beat. Like what do you see? What do you feel about rap and stuff right now? And it's just today. It could change tomorrow.
I think it's cool. Like, I mean, everybody got their own shit going. Like, I think it's dope. It's still art form. Do you think? I wish I could say I ran into more people that care about the craft. You know what I'm saying, of rapping, like being nice and like actually just like bring something to the table, not just trying to get on. I get it, we gotta feed our families and stuff, but at the same time, like it's a craft. But other than that, I like rap. Like it's cool. It's everybody do their own thing. It's gonna evolve. You can't just move with it. The more you move with it, you ain't gonna feel bitter or feel like you got left in the past. Just move with it, do your thing, play your part. Hip hop cool and shit.
Yeah, a lot of people say so this is my theory, right? This is my like old Illuminati type theory, right? People say hip hop or rap is a young man's game, right? And I heard that, and I'm like, okay, but how come it's only with rap and hip hop's young man's game?
Right.
What I think somebody kind of put that out there,
right,
who's kind of a hater. And if I'm a slimy ass record executive, or I have something to do with that, I'd probably rather have some kids that I can give you a couple dollars and some clout, and you're not going to even really worry about all the other shit.
Right.
But if someone hits us up, someone our age, with that kind of responsibility or opportunity, it's not going to be the same. You can't just pay me in clout. You got to like actually pay me, you know?
Yeah.
So why would I want that? Oh, it's a young man's game, so I can just rotate these young dudes out, fuck half of them up, and then they're fucked up in life, you know, pump them up so they're shitting on people and stuff. It's not going to happen when people are a little older. And on top of that, rap was created, 1980? Right. So rap's like 45 years old? That's really young, you know, other than some of these subgenres of techno or EDM or stuff like that. This shit's the newest, so it's growing. So now there's fans that are 60 that like rap. Right. So I feel like, you know, we're going to be old men by then, but by the time we're like 60, 70, it'll be around for a decade, and it'll be something like rock and roll. People still go to see cover bands or AC/DC or fucking Ozzy Osbourne. I saw him perform. He was like 80-something years old, and there was never a point where people were like, oh, he's too old. He fell off. People still go to see him, even younger folks. And that's where I want rap to get to. So when someone says rap is a young man's game, what do you hear when that? Or do you just hear that? Just like...
Nah, I mean, I just hear it as a perspective, as an opinion. Kind of like what you said. Like, in our reality, when I hear someone say that, I'm like, it is a young man's game. Because it's only like, 40 years old? Like, that's young still. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, I'm only 32. So that means rap
People still call me a kid,
you know what I'm
bro.
saying? Exactly. So, like, to me, it's like... It's not old enough to have like a lot of old rappers in there, but at the same time, like, you should see where it's going, because, you know, we got Snoop Dogg, we got Nas, we got Dr. Dre, we got all these rappers that are older, Eminem, Pharrell, everybody old, like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with getting old. It's just I just think, like, you know, I mean, they being young is influential sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So, like...
Yeah, when you see it, you know?
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? It's just like what Tupac said, like, a young man... You're going to hear a young man hollering and doing everything just like he was doing. Yeah. But you didn't get to see him when he was 35. Was it going to be hollering? Nah, he'd be a different...
He'd probably be chilled out.
It's a whole different ball game. So I think just being young is influential. It's just, you know... I mean... You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get it.
It's just part of the game. But like, that don't mean...
Because you don't want to be older rapping like you 20, bro. Right. That's not a good look. They're gonna look at you like, bro.
Yeah,
cut it out.
Nah, I've always talked to my wife about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? The older I get, like, as far as rap music, like, what I want to do and this, that. Yeah. But at the same time, like, I think, like, I'm just different. Like, I don't just stick to the same hood mentality. Like, I'm from the hood and I'm this and I'm that, but
that's not like, just who you are.
Yeah, that don't define me and what I'm gonna do in my life. Like, so I that's why I like art and acting and writing and all kinds of stuff more than hip hop, because it just lets me know that you can do more stuff as an artist and grow. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that's the young man's sport. Like, you just gotta run your race.
Yeah,
you know
man.
What I'm saying? Run your race.
And I do like that. You know, Papa's got a lot of music out. But there's one video I saw where half the video was it's more of like a almost like a short film in a way, and it was about, and you went on to preach about, you know, put the guns down, like, you know, you don't.
Yeah.
It
Selfie?
might be. Yeah, selfie. There you go.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. And you know, just focus on you, and you don't look cool with the drugs, bro. Like, you don't. Like, I know you think you look cool and stuff, but nah, people mostly laughing at you, you know. Especially with the new drugs. Not new drugs. There's always been lean and stuff, but
Right.
you know, the emphasis on perks and lean now, all the downers and shit. I want to say it's really cool that you do that, and it's funny that earlier you said how it's like, yeah, I might not want to be a role model, but I probably should say some of these things. So
right.
I want people to understand that he's got lyrical songs, street songs, and he's got a message as well, which is nice, refreshing to hear.
Right.
But the big question is, we were also talking about, because I'm from Cleveland, people like Bone, MGK, Kid Cudi and stuff. Who does Colorado have, like the GOATs? Is there any yet?
I mean, I think like that's DJ like a
quick. No,
nah. He's from Compton. You know what I'm saying? And you know, if you're a real, you're not from here, so you know the real, like, there's a history with Quick in Colorado. Like,
I know that.
Yeah,
I
like Quick came out here and some shit happened. So and Quick dissed us in a song. So I mean, it's kind of like even. It's even. You know what I'm saying? It's even. But you know what? I grew up listening to Quick.
Yeah, man.
Quick, my dude. But I always say like, I always say like it's up to the public and it's up to the crowd and to the fans to say who's a GOAT. Now, have I been called a legend and the GOAT and all that? Yeah, definitely. But I can't just let that feed my ego so much to think that that's just me, because I'm sure there's a lot of these young niggas out here and then other niggas from Colorado. I'm sure they have enough fans and people around them to call them the GOAT.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's subjective. But I think...
But yeah, like Denver Legends then.
The Denver Legends to me is more so like, from my area, I grew up listening to like, you know, Young Doe. I grew up listening to like Jukebox and Interstate Ike. That's my era. Like them is like Colorado Legends, Koufax, CAC, all these people, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I think they paved the way for a lot of us nowadays. You know what I'm saying? To where we are doing big stuff too, and they did big stuff, they do big stuff. So it's like, I think it's just up to the crowd, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't really say like we all legends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's some soft ass shit. If everybody gonna go home with a medal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like you said, but like what you said earlier, like, you don't have to be the greatest, but you can be great. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of us are great out here, and we all have our niche and our crowds. Yeah. But
what's your definition of mumble rap?
Just I can't really understand you. It's a vibe. You know what I'm saying? I feel it more than I understand it. That's it. That's good, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing bad. Like, I fuck with some of that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? For sure. Like, I would say like the only, like, one of the main people that I hear rap that I can't really totally understand them is like from this era is like Bino from West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Okay. From LA, and I got through him through Nipsey. Yeah. Nipsey put him on to like the world, I guess. Yeah. To say, but like his shit. Sometimes I don't understand that nigga, but that nigga hard. Yeah. And but like I grew up not being able to understand certain niggas like Bone Thugs. Bone rap hard.
Twister, something you gotta go back fast. A couple times.
I don't know what the fuck Busy like, saying. I was just listening to that shit with my wife the other day. And she was like, I can't understand this nigga. I'm like, yeah, that's hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's his style. Yeah. I
like also that you rap about having a wife and kids and stuff like that. A lot of these rappers don't want to admit, you know, that they're regular people and shit. And it's like, or they think they can't have a wife or can't have a girlfriend or something. Like it's gonna stop them from something.
Nah, 100%, 100%. I mean, I get it. I get some of these young niggas. They want to be, you know. They want to have. I mean, they want to have their cake and eat it too, bro. You know what I'm saying? They want to experience that rapper shit. It's lifestyle. It's intriguing. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with it either. But you know what I'm saying? Like I say, run your race. You know what I'm saying? If that shit gonna hinder you, then that shit gonna hinder you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not for everybody.
Definitely.
So you know what I'm saying? Like I know a lot of single men, and I always ask them questions, because it's just like, you know, I mean, as a man, yeah, you can fuck around with everybody if you want to, bro. But like, what are you like in that?
Right.
Like,
what's the point after a while?
Yeah. Like, and then at the same time, it's like you gotta understand everybody got different perspectives. So maybe me seeing my kids and my wife, like, it warms my heart to know, like, like we got a hood family, a hood full house version. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like other people might see that shit, be like, that shit corny, nigga. I'm trying to pop bottle, I'm trying to do this. So it's like different perspectives. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you know, everybody want to get it how they get it.
Yeah.
You know? But I fuck with it. Like, I love family shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
like that,
because
bro.
like to me,
that's
it's like
goal,
that's the balance. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, you don't find family out in the street.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So what does the 3 lowercase i's mean?
Oh, that just means an I society, something like a secret society. So it's like, you know, it's just something I started from a long time ago. It first started out with being influenced by, like, you know, the third eye and being woke and shit. But then as I continued to grow as an adult, I understood, like, you know, I didn't want to be like one of them woke motherfuckers just to the world.
A little
like,
too much.
Yeah. Like, I'm still ignorant dude too. I'm from the hood, but like,
it's called tone setting.
Yeah,
it's really just
a balance.
It's just really a form of bullying, but you just try to make it seem like it's not the classic I'm gonna like whoop your ass kind of bully. It's the you're a bad person and you better apologize because I said so. You know, type shit. Right. Like, whoa,
and you know, like when you
I'd rather you just fight me for it.
Right,
like,
exactly. And when you grow up with like a Hispanic dad, that nigga don't care about your feelings.
Yeah, they don't care about that shit.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta toughen up.
Yeah.
So,
cause I'm mixed. I'm Puerto Rican, black, and white. So my family's all over the place, bro. Yeah. And especially my Hispanic side of the family, they don't go fuck. Like that's the craziest shit. I'm like, damn, it's kind of racist, dog. And you got black kids. Like, what the fuck?
Real shit.
I'm like, chill out, bro.
They do that. It's like that.
It's funny. It's funny though to me because I'm just like, you're just old, you know.
Right.
They're not hurting nobody. So it's different era, man. Totally different era. So that was pretty much like the music kind of questions there, and this is before we get out of here, like, take your time. What are so you said you played hockey and soccer growing up. Now as an adult or basketball as well. What are you a big sports guy? Obviously you're a big music guy. No, not really. Not really. I don't watch these things. Nah. Not even. Did you watch any of the like soccer? Because you know it comes around every like 4 years. It's not like a. Nah. You're just like nah. I mean, I'm happy about. Like, I'm not a hater. I'm not like down talking it or nothing. You're not like they get paid too much. Yeah. Hell no. If I'm around like a family and they talking all sports and stuff, I interact. I talk shit. I mean, I'm social about it, but like at the same time, I'm not finna act like I'm somebody else. Time. I don't watch ESPN. I don't watch none of that shit. All I know about the commenters and all that, like, you know, like in my world, Shaq still dunking on niggas, not talking behind the desk. So it's like, Shaq, Charles Barkley, E, and the other guy, I should know his name. They're almost better than the game. Like, you watch the game and then they talk at the table after. You know, that shit's almost better than the game. Like, y'all hilarious, man. Right now the era is conversation. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Everyone's talking, man. Yeah, that's what it is. Maybe a bit too much, but that's where we're at right now. Exactly. So you're not a sports guy. Got your family and stuff, so obviously that's gonna take up a lot of your time and stuff like that. How old are your kids? Can you say that? Yeah. That's right. Like my son 9 and my daughter 5. Oh man, they can have full ass conversations now. Oh yeah. Both of them, they be driving me crazy. Like, it's like having a roommate. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta feed and shit. Exactly. I'll be like, little nigga. Well, that's cool. How long you been married? I mean, we just got married this summer, but I mean, I've been with my girl since I was 19. Yeah. She was 18. That's love, man. So. That's love, man. Yeah. That's really cool. And she's okay with all the rapping, all that stuff? Yeah. She used to cut up my covers back in the day when she was like 18. Yeah, she used to she knew what I was doing. Yeah, since day one. Like, and the thing about her is, like, she never treated it like it was a hobby. Like, she always be like, you gonna get big. Yeah, gonna get big. Like, take it serious, babe. Yeah, nowadays she be like laughing because she's just like, you been had fans, like, you know. So what do you think? So what's your big weed guy? Right, let's smoke, big smoker. Right. You drink? Mostly smoke? Nah, I mostly smoke. Yeah. I mean, you know, I'm not a stranger to drinking. You know, I love a Hennessy bottle, but
it's more occasional for me. Meaning like I'm in the studio cooking, chilling with my pops, family,
holiday,
with the homies, maybe taking a sip, shit like that.
Celebration,
but never. I'm not like
you're not drinking daily for no reason.
Hell no.
That shit sleep you down, bro.
Not only that shit kill you.
Yeah, man. Make you age a lot faster and shit.
Yeah, real shit.
What's your favorite strain of weed? Hard question, bro. Maybe.
Man, I'll be real. I might disappoint people, but to be real, like I really don't care. As long as it's Kush, if it's like, I don't care if it's sativa or indica, and I don't care really too much of the name. Yeah, I'm a weed smoker like that.
It's just
like,
whatever.
Yeah. I fuck roll that shit up. Let's smoke.
Yeah.
Type nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's
whatever,
who I am.
bro.
That's who I am. I smoke.
You know what? I thought I didn't
not
have
a picky smoker, just a smoker. You know what I'm saying?
Weed snob.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I like diesels. I didn't think I had a preference, but every time I hit something and it's diesel I didn't know, I'm like I just like feel like the best kind of high. I'm like, ooh, what is this? And it's always cherry diesel, some sour diesel, something like that. I'm like, why do I like these diesels so much? Like, I don't know. It does something to my heart, bro. It warms me up. I'm like, this is great, bro.
Right.
I do more edibles and shit though. But yeah, okay. So we got that. Damn. I mean, what else do you do other than the music in your family, bro? Like to wind down, other than like smoke. Do you have time to even do stuff? 2 kids, wife, music. I know that's a lot.
A lot. Yeah. I know. Nah, man, I'll just be doing that and then spend time with my family, hustle, make money. I like making hoodies. I like selling hoodies, selling clothes, making
merch and shit.
Yeah, I just like, honestly, bro, like I'm just like a real workaholic. And it's funny because like I ain't never had nobody be like, yeah, like I'm gonna invest money in you, or like, yeah, give him a deal, sign him. So to me, it's just like my life is always revolved around I gotta make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So
people know about just help me.
Yeah. Like I say I cut all that hanging out with homies shit a long time ago because
you gotta calm down.
You gotta just do your thing and make your dreams come true, whatever that is.
Yeah. So do we have So did the single drop with the album, or it's just a single, right?
Yeah, it's just a single.
Do we have a date for the album dropping that we should get ready
January
for?
20th.
January 20th. You heard it here. How many interviews have you done?
I ain't done none. I've been trying to tell people like,
you know what I'm
saying, if they want to interview me, but at the same time, bro, like I'm really like, in a way like a underground artist to most, like, so I think once like people understand like, oh, I would like to interview them the same way, like there's a lot in this city, there's a lot more rappers and a lot of more people trying to interview.
Yeah, there's like, not too many rap media people.
I'm just like going off of whoever in tune. And if I get an interview, cool. If not, I'm gonna keep dropping, making more music, because I got more fans and more people that want to interview me. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta always keep the music coming.
Yeah,
no matter what.
Been very consistent for a decade now. When I went and did my research, I was like, oh, let's go to YouTube, whatever. Going down, just like all the way down. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, well, this could be easy. He's got a billion songs. This is easy.
Right.
Sometimes it's hard. They have like 8 songs out. I gotta find it. And I'm just like, this fucking sucks, man. Like, it's easy when you got a million songs out and stuff.
Yeah, facts. Workaholic.
So being a workaholic, you stay busy and stuff. Is there any other kind of announcements? Is there anything we should be looking forward to other than the album? Do you have any more like new clothes coming out?
Yeah. I'm gonna be dropping a new hoodie probably like every month.
Yeah.
This year, probably like every month. Maybe if not every month, every other month. But for sure, I'm dropping one on 13th of January, and then I'm gonna drop some in February. And
damn, so your album's dropping in what, like a week?
Like
13 days.
13 days.
13 days, bro. That's counting down, man.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like, I guess like as an artist, like I'm ready to drop it. Like my girl is like,
ready to move on, aren't you?
Yeah. My girl is like, we gotta celebrate, and I'm down to celebrate. But at the same time, like a lot of this music has been in the works for like 2 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've been working on shit for like 2 years. That's why I always tell people like, take your time. Like, don't feel rushed.
Yeah.
But at this point, after all this time of making this incredible music and about to drop it, I just felt anxious to keep working. So it's like this year I'm just planning on dropping a lot of music, like album in January, and if God willing, like I'm gonna drop some again in summertime, and then drop some for Halloween. You know what I'm saying?
Are you signed?
A lot of mixtapes.
you drop on all platforms and stuff.
Oh,
Use like DistroKid or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're signed up with like ASCAP. Or
Yeah,
like,
all
okay,
that.
all right, you know,
All
you know.
that.
All right,
Yeah.
that's cool. Yeah, man, because one of these songs could go super viral or something, and that could trickle down to everything else, bro.
Yeah.
And that shit, you got the backlog, the catalog. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we'll see what happens,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
We keep going.
that's how I always told people, like, whenever that shit crack off even more, like, I own everything. Like, all my music is mine.
Yeah.
So if it trickle down, it's gonna be like big. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's like
it's gonna be ownership for
who
real.
said that? Like Troy Ave. You know who Troy Ave is?
Hell yeah. I fuck with Troy Ave.
Yeah, I like Troy Ave. He kind of does some sucker shit sometimes, but I don't know that guy personally.
You're
know?
right.
But he just like the way he talks kind of annoying sometimes. But it was really interesting when he would talk about it. It's like, I only sold 50,000 stream units, whatever equivalent is a stream or a unit now.
Right.
He's like, but I own everything. He's like, so I took all that money. He's like, these people selling millions of records, but they don't own any of it. They're getting 30% of that shit. I'm making more money off my 50 grand, you know? So I think a lot of people don't understand that. They get real sucked into the whatever's on the shade room.
Right.
Or like shit like the dumb shit, the dumb news, you know?
I mean, everybody want to feel like they signed to somebody else.
They want to say that. I'm signed.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, what does that mean? That really could be terrible, though, you know?
When you really think about it, you get a manager,
real.
that's 10%. You get all this shit. It's like you start thinking about it like, what is the manager doing?
Yeah.
Because I know how to get views. I know how to get promotion. I know how to do all that shit. Like a label got to do something that I can't do.
Yeah. Or take a job away from you to make it easier. Right, like okay, I just want to focus on my music and that's it. So I need you guys to upload this shit for me. I need you guys to do all that stuff.
Right.
So I can just be the best.
That's perfect.
Without killing my pocket.
Yeah, that's perfect as long as creative control.
Yeah.
Like I don't like it. Somebody tell me what to do, when to drop it, when to do none of that shit. Like I do this shit.
But you gotta, you know what I mean? But as long as you can take suggestion, though, especially if you have a manager, people handling you, you know?
Right.
Because you're an artist, so you're in an emotional state.
Yeah.
If you want to admit it or not. You're trying to be creative. You got to keep that kind of blood pumping and stuff.
Right.
If you have a manager or something like that, they're not really thinking like that. They're like real level-headed, hopefully.
Facts.
Hopefully.
Facts.
You can get some bad managers out here.
Facts, though.
You can also get some managers who really want to be artists, but they don't want to admit it.
Yeah.
You know? And that's not a good combo either. But,
nah.
But
I hate dealing with niggas that want to be managers and want to rap at the same time. Like,
yeah, but it's when they don't admit it. I'm like, bro, like if you want to be like the Rick Ross, you know what I mean, like that kind of thing, or like a Diddy, I'm the producer, like manager guy. I rap too, but that's not my main thing. You know, I have the artists. The artists are rappers. I'm here to do features and help write shit. But like, it's bad when they're like, I'm a manager, but secretly in their heart,
they're
like,
rapper.
I really want to be the rapper.
Yeah,
and
to
they see
me,
you
I'm
doing
like,
well.
if you do that
fuck
shit,
that.
fucking get rich.
Yeah,
and because all you need to do is be rich, and niggas assign to you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
don't
saying?
lie.
Yeah, to me,
Don't lie.
I never wanted like now that I'm older, I've always thought like, what if I signed a rapper or something like this? But that shit just ain't. That's not what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody else's. That's my problem. I already got 2 kids. For real. I'm not gonna tell nobody go to the studio. I'm gonna just do it. You know, I'd rather inspire the next me. You know what I'm saying? The way I was inspired by like a Nas, by a Nipsey, by a Troy Ave, by Eminem. Like the way they inspired me to do me.
Yeah.
And find my way. I'd rather inspire someone like that than rather sign them. Yeah. And be like, just all that fucking mess. Like,
all that business.
You know yeah, no, fuck all that.
Yeah, it's okay. Before we get out of here, you want to do a top 5 for me?
Top 5 what?
Top 5 rappers,
my top
hip hop
5
artists. Top 5.
I would say it goes.
It doesn't have to be 1 through 5, but just top 5. You know.
Yeah, I would say honestly, I got this down. I've always thought about this. My top 5 is it'd be Nas, Eminem, Nipsey, Styles P.
Oh, that's a good one. Styles P.
And
The
Biggie.
Ghost. And the Biggie. That's a good top 5. Styles P. I feel like rappers with P in the name are always good. Prodigy, Styles P, guys like that. PapaJ.
Yeah.
Pimpin' Parlay, you know, when they were doing that shit.
Right.
Well, hey, can you please list all the places we can find your music, videos, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you have, Facebook? Can you drop all those for me before we get out of here?
Yeah, definitely. You can find all my music on every platform. know what I'm saying? Pandora, iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, and then you can
just
also
look up it's
YouTube,
PAPA space J space
.RUIZ, or you don't even have to put the dot. It'd be RUIZ. So it's all that. PapaJ.Ruiiz, especially on YouTube. That's where I drop all my videos.
Yeah.
All my videos is gonna be on YouTube. But music is on everything. Spotify. That's my main thing. Spotify and Apple Music is my shit.
Yeah.
That's where I like making sure my music is very wide. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This is important. It's important.
I'm not big on SoundCloud. I'm not too big. It's not my thing to go drop shit on there. You know?
Yeah.
I don't like to be too I don't like to spread myself thin. Just whatever we can monetize and make happen. And
yeah, that's definitely not SoundCloud.
Because I love if I want to just drop a freestyle or do something like that for free, I just drop it on my YouTube channel. Y'all can go listen to it whenever y'all want. It's not like, you know what I'm saying?
Not pressed.
Yeah,
or anything like that.
And then also it's like that exclusivity. Like you can only find this joint on YouTube.
Yeah, streaming. YouTube records, buddy.
Yeah.
Anything else you gotta say to the people before we get out of here?
I'll say shout out my baby, shout out my 2 babies, my kid, my wife, shout out my mom, my dad, shout out the city of Aurora.
Yeah.
Get the album outhEastRuiiiz January 20th. You know what I'm saying? And keep pushing for your dreams. Just make that shit happen.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. And that's Low Road with PapaJ.Ruiz.